Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Just want to say I'm not at home right now. I'm filming these few videos very quickly before I go because they told me I was leaving to go offshore on Christmas Eve. They gave me really no notice and they wanted to fly me Christmas morning on Christmas Day. So I said no and they've delayed it, so I'm flying Boxing Day, so you know, Tuesday after Christmas I'm gone, I'm in Dubai. So right now I'm on a ship working. I think we're doing mixed gas diving. It's deep. We're going to be doing debris removal for mixed gas. Then we're going to be doing normal air diving, installing riser clamp guides, riser guides. So these are big clamps that you have to basically they lower risers in from the rig in the water, and it's meant to perfectly fit through this clamp kind of guide. Basically it's like a funnel shape, and the riser, the pipe goes through, and that just kind of protects it, holds it in position kind of thing. So we have to install it like to the millimeter perfect, because obviously they have to get this pipe through it. So we'll be installing a couple of those. I've done that before and it's kind of difficult, a bit of a pain in the arse. And then we're doing spool piece installation on the seabed, but that's air diving. So a lot of construction work. So I'm going to be busy for 3 weeks. I'm back home on the 17th. But anyway, this is going to be a niche first impression, a mixed bag. I'm going to have different samples that I picked up in Vegas. Going to give very brief, casual first impressions. I've not got any notes in front of me, so I'm completely unbiased apart from the knowledge I have in my head of what some of them are already, obviously. But I'm not going to use a note list, I'm not going to look at anything, I'm just going to say what I can smell and if I like it. So the first one is Jeux de peau, I can't pronounce this name, I'll put it on the screen, by Serge Lutens. So obviously I picked two Serge Lutens that I liked. I smelled the whole, everything, like literally everything, even the really expensive ones in the black bottles. This one I like, it smells like, it's a gourmand, it's quite tasty. In a similar vein to Lignum Vitae by, God, what's it called? Beaufort London. It smells like a bakery. But this one, Lignum Vitae smells like gingerbread in a bakery. This one doesn't smell like gingerbread, but it does smell like a bakery. It smells like cookies and biscuits. It's very nice, it's tasty, it's like a bakery. Warm baked biscuits and cookies. It's really cozy, it's tasty. I really like it. I'm not sure it's something that I would want to smell all day, but as an experience to smell it for a short time, I think it's very nice. I think it's unisex. I don't think a man or a woman, it can be for anybody. And age, I don't think it matters, but definitely more of a fall, autumn, winter kind of a fragrance. Very nice, I like that one. I will do a full review on that and see if there's any changes and how long it lasts and stuff, but as a first impression, I think it's a very nice gourmand. It's not too sweet, it's not ridiculously cloying and sweet, it is just a tasty bakery with cookies and biscuits. I like it. Next one is from Serge Lutens as well, and it's called Ambre Sultan. So obviously this one I did like as well, which is why I got a sample. So I will be reviewing these because I like them. This one is just, like the name says, it is an amber fragrance, but it's slightly sweet. It's amber, it's sweet. There's almost a very subtle spice. Maybe that's my imagination, because obviously I don't know the notes. Actually smelling it now, it feels to me that I honestly have no idea what the notes are, so I might be completely wrong here, but from a first impression, I almost get an iris vibe. There is a powdery iris kind of quality. It might not be iris, but I think it's iris. It smells like warm amber, slightly sweet, with this powdery kind of iris vibe, and it's not cosmetic. It doesn't smell like lipstick or makeup. but it's powdery. It reminds me of Ambre Sauvage by Annick Goutal, the same way that is irisy mixed with the vanilla. This reminds me a little bit of that, but this is without vanilla more. This is more amber and that kind of same kind of iris vibe. But I like it. It smells, if anything, slightly more feminine now because of smelling that powdery kind of quality with the amber. So I'd say this would smell better on a woman, but I don't think it's too feminine for a man not to be comfortable. I think it's still unisex, but again, cold weather fragrance, fall, winter. I like it. It is very simple though. It's not a complex fragrance. It just smells nice. But if you like amber fragrances, check it out, but it is slightly kind of powdery, so I don't know if the iris is in there. That might not be a note, but that's how it comes across. So the next one is called Bloody Wood. No idea who this is by. I'll have to Google it when I'm editing the video and let you guys know. But from memory, I remember it in the Vegas store. From memory, this is meant to smell a little bit like red wine. Okay, so off the first impression, I get some florals. And funnily enough, you do definitely smell a red wine kind of note, but it's floral. It's like you're at a dinner table that has some fresh flowers in a little vase, and you've got a glass of red wine in front of you, but you're getting the kind of the smell of the flowers from the table while you're drinking the wine. This is more different and unique. There's a lot going on here, but it does give you definite vibes of red wine, but with a more floral component. I actually quite like this. It's quite nice. That is different. There is some kind of slight fruity quality, but I think red wine tends to have these nuances of fruits and florals in red wine anyway. So this, imagine kind of a more fruity, sweeter red wine rather than a bitter, sour one. I mean, I don't drink wine personally because I don't drink alcohol, but I would say this is more slightly a fruitier red wine. It's still deep, but it's got fruity, sweet tones and a little bit of floral nuances. This is very interesting. I think that is worth checking out if you're intrigued by smelling like red wine. Give that a whirl. It is a little bit different. I would say it's unisex, leaning a little bit feminine. And again, fall, winter, cooler weather fragrance. I actually like that, and I'm looking forward to reviewing that. I think that's different and interesting. And the juice is a bit of a crazy colour. If you can see that, it's pink. It is literally almost bright pink. So the next sample is Fucking Fabulous by Tom Ford. I do actually know the notes for this one. I think it's something like tonka bean, almond, clary sage, iris or orris. I remember when I smelt it from the cap, it smelled a lot sweeter, like I got a lot more of the tonka almondy kind of vibe. From the paper I get more sage. Both times I wasn't impressed though. Maybe this is one you have to smell on skin rather than paper. It smells very different to when I smelled the bottle and the cap. There's not many Tom Fords I like, apart from Tuscan Leather obviously. And that one's no exception. I think they're charging a lot of money for the exclusivity of it and the name being kind of ridiculous. It's not my cup of tea. It's not something I would want to spend money on. Even if it was cheap, I just wouldn't be bothered. Next one is Apple Brandy by Kilian. I do get the brandy, but there's something about it that's not too... Although I get the brandy, there's something about it that doesn't smell too alcoholic to me. Well, maybe alcoholic's the wrong word. It smells more like apple cider lollies. If you've ever had an apple cider lolly from an ice cream van, you know, the sticky iced lollies, very syrupy, sweet apple cider tasting. This smells to me very much like apple cider lollies and some dark woods. The woods are coming through already quite strongly. The apple note is nice. It's kind of more like I say, like an apple cider kind of apple note. I actually like that. I mean, I'm not a fan of booze and boozy fragrances. You know, I've got alcoholics in my family that passed away through drinking. I don't have good association with alcohol, and I don't drink personally. But I think this smells good, to be honest. But this reminds me, instead of reminding me of neat brandy, which then I definitely wouldn't want to wear it or like it, it does remind me of childhood apple cider lollies, because I used to eat those as a kid. When I was a small kid going to ice cream trucks, I would have an apple cider lolly. And it reminds me of apple cider lollies with a lot of dark wood. Like oak barrel kind of, very woody, with this kind of nice cidery apple kind of smell. I like that. I think it smells pretty good. Definitely one I would wear, hold on, let me reword that. Definitely one I will review and wear fully to get a good impression of it. But it's not too boozy for me, it's not too alcoholic, it doesn't ridiculously stink of brandy in my opinion. I do get the nuance of brandy in the opening. Alcohol notes used in perfume burn off very quickly in my opinion, and then they rely on accords to give an illusion of a booziness. What is happening here is you do get the brandy opening, burns off quickly, and then it goes into this smelling of apple cider, which is obviously an accord that they have created to carry on that impression of a booziness, but in my opinion doesn't smell boozy. It's a nice kind of syrupy, warm apple that reminds me of apple cider mixed with dark woods. I like it. I think that smells really good. I think it smells, let me smell that again. I think a woman could wear it. It probably leans a little bit more masculine. If there was a scale, I think a woman would smell good on that. With that, to be honest, I don't really think it's one or the other. I think it's perfectly unisex. I like it. It smells good. I will definitely test it out properly and review it. And that's a good one. So obviously these samples in general are ones that I liked when I tested them, which is why I got samples of them. So there's no major stinkers here apart from effing fabulous. But yeah, general first impressions. Obviously right now I am in Dubai working, hence these are very short first impression videos, so I can't go into depth with them. Obviously, you know, when I get home I will delve into doing full reviews, letting you know twists and turns, how they develop and how long they last, and more detail. First impressions, there you go. I will see you very soon. Maybe right now when you're watching this I'm under the water on the seafloor attempting to install a spool piece. See you guys when I'm home. Take care and bye bye.